All right, folks, welcome into the AfterSchrock. This is your opportunity to ask any questions that couldn't make it on the show or something that doesn't necessarily fit on a computer show. You know, like political stuff. I really do try to not share any political opinions. Number one, it's not good for business. People who are upset with you tend not to spend money with you. So it's a good plan to not tick people off if you want to be successful in business. You're not influencing people and making friends if they're upset with you. On the other hand, there is the tenet of marketing that says any press is good press. So, as long as they spell your name right, don't shun it. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I suppose. Oh boy. Hello, lovely Kimberly. But so I guess for those of you who are upset or here it goes, triggered by any of that stuff, I apologize profusely. I'm here to help you out with your computer and your technology stuff. Don't have to agree with everybody on everything, and that's one of the things that I think gets missed sometimes. It's like, there are people out there who have different views. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking like this. I know that there are people out there who disagree with me, and I'm sure there are people out there that I disagree with. That doesn't mean that we can't all coexist together and live with our disagreements. And we'll vote which way we want to vote. We'll choose the things we want to choose. We'll talk about the stuff we want to talk about. But at the end of the day, I don't need to tell someone they're a moron or kick the back of their car in because they have a bumper sticker or something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm naive in that that's just not. Is this what happened to Britain? If you ever watch Parliament, is this what happened to Britain? I don't know. All right, so who's got computer questions? Because I'm tired of talking about stuff that's going to get me in trouble. Well, I got a lot of wavy hands here. Mary's waving, Keith is waving, Gail's waving, Kimberly's waving, Deborah is the outlier with a thumbs up. So yeah, welcome to the AfterSchrock, guys. Oh boy, so yeah, we got pretty much everything covered here today. I am working with Schrock Interactive while we're doing the show again. Yes, my wife texted me, says, "Stop being political again." Oh, I know. Trying to get that Adobe update. Basically, the thing that people were concerned about is some people are saying that there were multiple. This update keeps popping up, even though they click the buttons to do it. There were 2 updates last week for Adobe Reader. So you would have seen the update come up twice, and possibly more times if you didn't click through it, and there were 2 things you had to click to complete the update. So if you click update and you went on to something else and you didn't click the finish button, it never finished the update, so then it's going to pop up again. Secure Updater does check every 8 hours to see if the update is installed. So if, for example, you clicked on the first button but not the second button and then forgot that it was running in the background, 8 hours later it would have popped up again. So this is one of those weird situations where we're working on getting that resolved for you. It's not hurting your computer. It's not preventing you from getting other updates, but it delays them by about 3 hours, I think. But that's about it. So but we're on getting this taken care of for you here. I've got some text messages out to guys this morning because I was under the impression, actually, before I went on the air, that particular problem was resolved. So unfortunately, it's not, but we're going to figure out what's going on with that one. As far as those of you who have Semantic Endpoint subscriptions, if you receive calls for October, we are almost at the end of October here, so if you were going to wait till the end of the month, I would encourage you not to wait. The end of the, basically, we have one more Monday after tomorrow. So we have 2 Mondays left, and a lot of people are going to wait till the last 2 or 3 days of the month to renew. October is an unusually large endpoint renewal month where we have thousands of customers renewing as opposed to hundreds. So as a result, now we have hundreds who are waiting for the very last days of the month to renew. If you want to make sure that you get through on the phone lines on the last couple days of the month, I would encourage you to not wait till the last couple days of the month to renew your endpoint. You received a call from us if your endpoint's due for renewal, so you'll know if it's due. If you haven't received a call, you have nothing to worry about there. Safe upgrade. If you haven't run your safe upgrade, please do so. It is time to go. If you want to wait till this afternoon, till about 1 o'clock, we're going to have a new update packaged and uploaded to the servers that should increase the odds of success. So you can wait till like 1 o'clock. That'd be great. If not, you can go ahead and try it now. It's not going to hurt anything to try it now. If it doesn't work, we'll tell you to try again at 1 o'clock. So fun times there. All right. All right, Roger, I'll be returning my Sony Vaio laptop to Papillion. Do you want it at another shop? No, Papillion is the shipping and receiving center. It's also the slowest of the 3 service centers. Consequently, it does typically have the fastest turnaround time. So that's where I'd want you to send that one. The problem with the laptop before, Roger, we up until that you were the first customer, I think, well, not the first ever, to ship us a laptop for repair. We back when Vista was out, we had a few customers ship us computers from as far away as New York and New Jersey to load Windows 7 on computers that technically weren't supposed to run Windows 7, but our guys had figured out a way to do it. So basically, the bottom line is we didn't have the infrastructure in place to handle that. So when it arrived, there was a day there where my staff was like, "What is this?" Then once it got going, because there wasn't a work order created for it. There was some confusion about what we were supposed to do with it. So then we got the work order created, and then once it was finished, it was from the pickup area. There was some confusion there because nobody apparently realized we were supposed to ship it back. So as a result, there was a lot of things. And I know you got the computer back and it wouldn't boot for some reason, which is weird. And I know we didn't put the AC adapter. About everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. But now, basically, what we do when things go wrong at Schrock, we make mistakes like anybody else does. We try to own those mistakes when we make them. And when we own a mistake, we try to create a system to prevent that mistake from happening again. This is why when you check in a computer at Schrock at the front desk, on your work order it'll say has AC adapter or no AC adapter. Some people who bring in laptops don't bring in the charger. So then when we go to send them, we're using a shop charger in the shop, which we really don't like to do, but if a customer doesn't bring an adapter, they don't bring an adapter. Well, how do we know if it's their adapter or not at that point? Well, we're supposed to label them with blue tape and a number when they get checked in. What if we were so busy at the front desk, there was a line of people, we forgot to label them? On the work order, it's supposed to say has AC adapter or no AC adapter, so that there's like a double verification for that. Because each time we put, okay, let's use the blue tape. Well, what if we're too busy? Well, then we need a backup for the blue tape. All right, what if we're so busy that we don't put the blue tape on, and then we don't write it on the work order because we forgot, and then we get it in the back? Well, all the adapters we have in the back, we put Schrock stickers on all of them so that we know they're ours. Schrock sticker adapters never go out with computers. Okay, great. So then those are systems that were put in place to solve specific problems. So I apologize for the inconvenience, Roger, but we've created several systems as a result of that interaction to prevent things like that from happening again. So hopefully that's a small consolation for you. All right. All right, Loyan, I don't doubt it. It's one of those things where we'll deal. Right now, everybody on the planet is saying, hey, I've got this pop-up that is making me click update and finish. Like, not just Secure Updater users. If you just had Adobe Reader installed, this would be popping up on your screen. So basically, everyone on the planet is getting it right now. You could have got one from Adobe. You could have got one from Secure Updater. You could have got a second one from Adobe and a second one from Secure Updater. It's possible you could have seen this every day for the last week, and we would both be completely right in this scenario. So just sit tight with us. We're going to make sure this gets resolved for you. Once it's successfully installed, you won't see it again, but it's possible you've had multiple unsuccessful installations. If you've clicked both buttons, it's possible that the version you have installed is corrupt and the installation is not successfully finishing. If that's the result, then basically we have a support ticket that we can handle for you to help you out with that. So we're going to get moving on that one too, guys. So I apologize again for the inconvenience there with the Secure Updater. Hey, Robert, how's it going? All right. Oh, let's see. We had the Chinese Moon thing. We had the non-player character thing. We had the Facebook banning the disabled veteran thing. Windows 10 thing. That's going to happen again in April, by the way. Yeah. So that's about everything we've got. So I guess last call for questions here. I don't have anything else to add on the program today, guys. We covered quite a bit of ground today. We did it quite expeditiously. We didn't have a whole lot of callers, so it caused us to get through things a little more quickly than maybe we would have normally. But yeah, if you do have any questions, now's the time to ask them, and I'd be happy to answer them for you here on Facebook. Otherwise, the service center opens today at noon. We're open from noon to 5. If you want some help with your Secure Updater, you can always call in, and we can do a Schrock Desk if we need to. If you think it's corrupt or something, we can take a look. If you're a Schrock Desk subscriber, there's no charge for that, so that's helpful as well. All right. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting to talk about. Oh, the patch. We didn't talk about the patch that's going to make a computer faster. Okay, so good news, bad news scenario. Good news. Those of you who have computers that are new computers up to 2 or 3 years old, your computer has been slowed down dramatically by patches that have come down to patch the Spectre and Meltdown vulnerabilities. If you've been into the service center recently, you probably had us suggest a solid-state hard drive to you to offset or mitigate that slowdown. The good news is there's a new patch that Microsoft's going to be pushing down to your computer that is, all right, so basically this is a hardware problem. There's something wrong in the processor in your computer that is a hardware problem. You can't really fix hardware problems with software patches. All you can do with a software patch is turn things on or off or change how hardware behaves. You can't fix a fundamental flaw. If the transmission in your car is broken and won't go in drive, you can't download a patch to the car's computer to fix that, to fix the broken gears in the transmission. But you could download a patch, for example, that turns on the rear-facing camera all the time and allows you to drive everywhere in reverse. You can mitigate, but you can't fix. So this new patch, what it does, the way they fixed it last time is they just turned off the things that were broken, which happened to be the things that made your processor really fast with your hard drive. So they turned those off. Computers got up to 40% slower. But you're safe, yay. Well, the creators of this patch, which we'll get, this is the bad news part, the creators of the patch figured out we don't have to turn it completely off. We just have to turn it off enough of the time that you couldn't get attacked. So we can leave it on sometimes and off sometimes. So this patch will actually give you about a 5% performance improvement if you lost 40%. So if you lost 40% of your computer speed, nearly half of the computer speed, you're going to get 5% back. Thanks to the makers of the patch at Google. Yeah. That's right. Microsoft's going to be pushing out a patch made by Google to your computer that's going to give you a 5% speed boost back on your computer. The reason Google has this patch is because Google has a lot of data centers. And Google doesn't, a 5% loss of speed or 40% loss of speed for Google is a big deal. So 5% back is also a big deal. So they released this patch that's going to help you out. Google made it for you. I don't know if there's anything else the patch does. I don't know if you have to have a Google account. I'm guessing not. Microsoft wouldn't play that game. But that patch is going to make things a little faster. But unfortunately, when you've lost 40% of your computer's speed, a 5% increase in speed isn't going to make that much difference. We have some computers that are coming into the service center now that boot at 2 to 4 minutes to boot the computer because of these problems. We put a solid-state hard drive in the computer, the thing boots in 16 seconds instead. That's a huge improvement. So if your computer is booting 2 minutes and you get a 5% improvement in speed, you're going to shave 8-10 seconds off your boot time. If you have a solid-state hard drive installed, you're going to shave 95% of your boot time, and the computer will be more responsive when you hit buttons on the keyboard and do things, launching programs, opening settings. It's going to move rather than hesitate and wait and make you go a couple ticks. It's going to move a lot faster. So basically the solid-state hard drives can do that. Now when we do the solid-state hard drive, we actually clone your drive over to the solid-state so that you don't lose anything, nothing is missing, everything works exactly like it did before, which is great news. So you don't really notice anything is different except that it's a lot faster. Those have been incredibly popular in the service centers, especially with all the people coming in for safe upgrade and everything else, saying, well, while it's in there, you may as well do that too. We've had people who have bought computers, modular computers from 2012 that are putting a solid-state hard drive in them, and now we tell you your modular computer lasts 4 to 6 years, which is a lot longer than the 18 months you get from an HP, for example, or a Dell in many cases. So 4 to 6 years is great. So if you bought your computer in 2012, you're right in that 4 to 6 year, you're at 6 years, you're on the tail end of life. If we put a solid-state hard drive in your computer, it actually runs as fast as one of our new computers almost. It is amazing how much faster the solid states make the computers. That's why every computer we sell at Schrock comes with a solid-state hard drive now. We don't offer, we'll build anything you want, but we don't offer computers that have mechanical hard drives anymore because it just doesn't make sense. They're too slow. We were tempted during the Ultimate Upgrade sale because the Ultimate Upgrade is the cheapest computer we can possibly build that's modular. And there is no requirement that a hard drive be solid-state for the computer to be modular. Computer can be modular with a regular hard drive in it. So, wow, we could save a little bit of money and actually have a computer that we sell here. Maybe we can shave another $25 off the price, which we'll sell a lot more computers because it'll make it cheaper. The problem is no one will be happy with the computer when they get it home. They'll think it's a piece of garbage. They'll never buy another computer from Schrock ever again because the last time they bought that piece of junk computer from Schrock, it was a piece of junk. Now, of course, they spent $450 on that computer, so you're not going to call it a piece of junk, right? But the Ultimate Upgrade computer is a low-end computer, just like the Holiday Special is a high-end computer. So basically, when you buy that Ultimate Upgrade, it's all chip on board, but the hard drive is solid state. And even with a chip on board laptop that can never be updated as far as the memory goes, that hard drive can be changed out. And when we put that solid state hard drive in there, it makes that computer run so much faster that it runs as fast as a $700, $800, $900 computer. It's amazing the difference that these solid states can make. And the last thing I'll say about this is we had some people who said, well, Thor, I think I'm going to buy a new computer eventually anyway, so I don't want to do a solid state right now because I don't want to put that money into the old computer. Keep in mind, if you're going to buy your computer from Schrock, every new computer we sell comes with a solid state hard drive. The solid states that we're putting in people's computers are the exact same solid states that we put in our new builds. They're the same ones. Same brand, same capacity, same speed, same everything. So if you're going to buy a new computer and you've already bought the solid state, you don't have to buy it again a year or 2 years later. We can move that hard drive into your new computer for you. So it's one of those things to think about. If it's something where your computer has been slower than you would like, maybe the budget's a little tight, you don't want to go the full Monty for a $700 computer when everything is said and done. After the data transfers and then migrations and everything else, setting everything up is a pain. It's a lot easier to keep using the same computer you're using. Unfortunately, you can watch your beard grow while it runs. If that's you, we can put you in a solid state hard drive. It'll run fast. It'll run smooth. It'll be like a brand new computer. Be faster than it was when it was a new computer, and you'll be able to put that purchase off for another couple years if you want to. So it's just something to keep in mind and think about, guys, if you're looking at a new computer. All right, last call. Last call for questions. I expect next week, guys, we're going to have a lot of people in with problems related to the update that Microsoft has resumed pushing out today. Right now, the bench in Papillion is virtually empty. I think we have 2 computers in there as of Saturday. We had 2 in there. I don't know what's in there today. We had a lot of new builds, though, that Papillion was building. So the bench was full, but it was only 2 repair jobs. Everything else was new computers that they were building for other shops. They got all those done now, though. So the bench is empty in Papillion. In Omaha, we have 40 bench spots. I think we only had about 18 of them filled yesterday. So Omaha, again, has lots of room if you want to get a computer in there for a prepaid checkup or for a solid state upgrade. Or maybe just, if you want us to just install this patch so you don't have to worry about buying Safe Upgrade or doing it yourself at home or anything, just bring it into the shop and have us do it. We've been doing it all for the last 2 weeks for people. It's been working real well. Last thing, I'm trying to think of the Lincoln shop. As of yesterday, they just got out of queue yesterday. So basically their bench is full, but they have no queue, which means there's nobody waiting in line to go on the bench. So as they drop computers, that will open up a spot. So again, if you have a computer you want to bring in, all 3 shops are open from noon to 5 today. Tomorrow, Monday, we open again from 10 to 8. Holiday Special, the desktop, the tariffs are starting to impact Holiday Special desktop prices. We have not had to adjust the pricing yet because we were able to get some shipping concessions basically to offset that. Solid state hard drives have been hit, which when you're buying a solid state hard drive for your upgrade, it's a smaller drive, it's not as expensive. But when you're buying a $400 solid state and there's a 25% tariff on it, that adds up pretty quick. So if you're thinking about the Holiday Special desktop, even though they are not officially launched yet, you can call the service centers, ask any questions you have about specifications, things like that, and you can actually place your order if you would like, and we will order the parts immediately to avoid the tariff prices. We're going to have to put an asterisk in our catalog because we don't know if the price is actually going to be $14.99 or if it'll be $14.99 plus a 25% tariff. We just don't know yet. The Holiday Special laptop is not impacted by tariffs. We have selected the laptop for this year. We didn't get a lot of time to talk about it on the air. It's an amazing system. 16 gigs of RAM. It's ultra thin. No DVD drive. No 10 keypad. We can augment it with an external 10 keypad if you really need that. we found some customers really want it, and most customers really don't use it. But without the 10 key pad, it centers the keyboard and gives you a larger touchpad, which is really nice for those of you who have trouble using the touchpads. It's really nice, and the screen is also a touch screen. Most impressively, it's a 2-in-1. So basically, it sits like a laptop, or you can fold it all the way over and tent it up or hold it like a clipboard. Because you can fold it over and hold it like a tablet or a clipboard, we do offer accidental damage warranties because, whoopsie, you tend to drop the clipboard sometimes. They're quite reasonable at $50 a year, though, for the accidental damage warranty. Covers cracked screens, liquid spills, anything along those lines that might go wrong with it. Those laptops are available for order as well. They do take a solid 20 business days to get, because we have to order them from Dell. Dell is giving us a 3-week lead time on them before we get them. Then when we get them from Dell, we open them up. We take out the slow memory. We take out, they come with a solid state this year, but they come with a junky Intel solid state. The solid state that everyone has that loses all of their data right now if they get the 1809 update. We don't want that. They're slow, they're unreliable, and they cause problems. So we're going to remove those solid states and put in the solid states that we sell that are reliable and fast and good. And then we'll put it all back together and give it to you as an new and improved product that's of holiday special grade. So basically, it's pretty exciting stuff, guys. We're looking forward to the holiday season. The lovely Kimberly has everything for pictures, so we're going to have big old photo shoots with all the computers and everything. And we'll try to get some pictures of the picture taker from the background. Of course, she always hides behind that camera, so you can't quite see her. That's a photographer thing, I think, though. But so we'll take some candid pictures of the photo shoot and get those up on Facebook for you as well. All right, let me check and make sure there's no questions I'm forgetting here. The Dell is based on an Inspiron 5000 model this year. One of the things we had a guy who wanted to buy one. Well, he bought a Galant, and then he decided he wanted to get the holiday special instead. So he returned the Galant and then got the holiday special instead. Before he picked it up, he returned it. And so basically, he was concerned because his son went online and said, an Inspiron 5000, you can get one of those for $400 on Newegg. What the heck is he charging $1,500 for this for? One thing you have to know about Dell. A Dell is not a Dell is not a Dell. You can have an Inspiron 5000, an Inspiron 5100, or a 5200, and within each model line of an Inspiron 5000 series, there can be several different main boards in those computers. The main board is what determines the overall speed of the computer, because we can put a really fast solid state in, we can change out that memory to get really fast memory, we can put in the 8th generation i7 processor, the one that's only hit by a 5% speed reduction, which I think that'd be back to normal again after Google's patch, right? No, it's 5% back of what you lost, so you 4% speed reduction, I don't know, 4 point whatever. Anyway, they're not the same. And so that's why it took us so long to get the holiday special laptop figured out, because we have to order one in and we have to test it, guys. We went through 4 different Dell models before we found the one that we wanted that had the right motherboard in it. Because you ask the Dell sales rep and they're like, I don't know what kind of motherboard. What's the North Bridge? I don't know what the North Bridge. What's the South Bridge? I don't know what that is. So we have to get them in. We have to test them, make sure that they're good, that they're going to work the way we want them to work. And then once it's all said and done, in fact, in this particular Dell, we even had the hard drive storage enclosure constructed in such a way to give you more upgradability options down the road and more repair options down the road than would normally have been available in an Inspiron 5000 series laptop. So with all that said, guys, the holiday special is $14.99, laptop or desktop model. You can call the service centers for specs. The sale hasn't officially started yet, which is why I'm not giving you website links and stuff like that to go to. But they have the specs in the shop if you want to take a look at it. If it's something that you want to get moving, like I said, it does take a solid 3 weeks for us just to get the laptop from Dell. Then we have to do everything with it in Papillion, then we can get it to you. But anyway, that's the deal there. Got to wrap it up, guys. My voice is starting to go on me, and I got to get rolling, get breakfast for the troop. So if you have questions, give us a call in the service center. Again, we're open today from noon to 5, Monday from 10 to 8. Bench spots are open. If you have stuff you need done with your computers, we're happy to have you. We appreciate your business, and I appreciate you watching the program. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great afternoon.